Welcome to Science for SSES. This is week 1. So for science, we are going to use the Smile Learners Packet. Before we begin, write your name. And then if you're done, we start with introductory concept. How do you get to move and do your everyday activities? Your body has different parts that allow you to do this. In this module, you will be able to learn the wonderful and beautiful parts of your body. As you grow, there are body parts that undergo changes. For our topic, learning competencies, at the end of this learning packet, you should be able to identify the main parts of the human body, describe the similarities and differences of the body parts. And for our activities, we begin with the pre-test. Directions: fill in the blank with the words from the box. So what are the words that we have to choose from? We have legs, trunk, abdomen, hands, head, limbs, and face. So to fill in the blanks, we should understand what the sentence is about. Number 1, the body has 3 main parts: the blank, blank, and blank. So you have to choose 3 from these words. So it's alright if you're not yet sure of your answers, because this is just a pre-test. So it's okay if you find some items that are difficult because we haven't yet started the topic. So this is just a pre-test. And then number 2, the front part of the head is called the blank. The front part of the head is called the blank. So again, you have to choose from these words. Number 3, the stomach is found inside the blank. The stomach is found inside the blank. And then for number 4, the blank are made up of palms and fingers. The blank are made up of palms and fingers. So if you're done, let's continue with number 5. Again, you have to choose from the words in the box, which is found on page 1. Okay, the last item, the blank is used to move from one place to another. The blank is used to move from one place to another. And then when you're done, analysis. So directions: look in the mirror, study the parts of your body. Write the parts of the body in the chart below. So what you have to do is look at the mirror and then identify what are the parts under the heading head. So you just identify 3 among the many body parts found on your head. And then next, trunk, which is also found at the middle part. So which are some of the body parts? You just name 3, which is under the heading trunk. And lastly, the limbs, which is found on the lower part. So you just name 3. So if you are not sure of the spelling, you may ask from help. You may ask help from the adults. Then you pause to finish the chart. And then resume if you're done. Directions: paste your picture in the boxes below. Compare how you looked when you were 2 years old with how you look now. Write your observations. So what you have to do is, on this first box on your left, you have to paste picture when you were 2 years old. And then on the right side is a picture of you now. So now that you are about 6 years old. So the difference between your between you when you were in 2 years old, and then the other one when you are 6 years old now. Okay, so to complete the observations, we just provided some questions. So all you have to do is answer them. So number 1, did you get bigger? So between the two pictures, what can you notice? Did you get bigger? You can answer it with yes or no. Next, number 2. Number 2, did you get taller? Tumangkad ka ba? Again, you will answer this with yes or no. Next, last item under abstraction. Do you think you have become heavier now than when you were a baby? So you can answer it with yes or no, and then you explain why. Why do you say that you have become bigger? Or you also explain why you haven't become bigger. So you can answer yes because blank blank blank, or no because blank blank. So you can answer with short answers only. So very short sentences or even phrases would be enough. So pause to finish that abstraction, and then resume if you're done. Okay, let's proceed with page 3. So remember this. Okay, so to explore more about the body parts, let's use another. Okay, so let's begin with this one. So my body parts. So we begin with the main body parts. So we have 3 main body parts. And what are these 3 main body parts? So starting with, so we call this as the head. Okay, so the head, it includes from this top down to this part. So what do we call the parts under the main body part? Head. Okay, starting with the hair, forehead. Fore means front, so forehead sa unahan. Next, this is the ear, and then on the other side is another ear, so you have 2 ears. Next one, it's the eye. So because we have 2, so we can call it as eyes. And then that one is the nose, and then that is the mouth. And lastly, we have ito, where you put our it connects the head to the other body parts, to the lower part. It's what we call the neck. Okay, next, can you tell me which is your hair? Okay, so ang hair, ito, some have long hair, others have short hair. Okay, next is the ear. So the ear is for listening. Next one, forehead, ito. So imagine kung walang forehead, hair dito kaagad. So parang mas maganda na may forehead. Okay, next one, nose. Okay, so can you tell me which one is your nose? Okay, that is used for smelling. Next one, eye. Which one is your eye? Oh, nung baby pa kayo, sinasabi, oh, beautiful eyes, baby. So from since you were little, you know now where your eyes are. So eyes, so that's we have 2, a pair of eyes. Next, mouth. So it's for speaking. Oh, the eye is for seeing, and then mouth is for speaking, and also for eating. And then lastly, we have the neck. So without the neck, it cannot support our head, and it cannot connect to the other body parts. So that is all about the head. Next one, below the neck, we have another main body part. It's what we call the trunk. In other books, they term it as torso. Yan, torso. So, itong parang rectangle na body part, starting from below the neck and then down before the legs. So, that is what you call the trunk. So, when I explain it to the kids, sinasabi ko na, ito yung rectangle na shape ng body nyo. So, which is the torso. But the head is parang yung oval or circle shape of your body. And then the trunk is the rectangular shape. Parang something rectangular sa body part. Okay, so in our torso, we have first the front area, starting with, okay, ito. So that is what we call the shoulder. Next one, where you place your hand when you sing the Lupang Hinirang. So you place your right hand on your chest. Kaya before the Lupang Hinirang is sang, so may nagsasabi, ilagay ang kanang kamay sa dibdib. So dibdib is the chest. Next one, so yung stomach na part, it's called the abdomen. Or in other books, they call it as a stomach. So pwede na rin. Next, it is where you put the belt, or pag naiinis si mami, nilalagay dyan ang kamay. So that is what you call the waist. And then, below the waist, just below the waist is the hip. So, yan. So, baka ang iba, they would interchange the waist and the hip. So, ang waist mo na yung upper part, kung saan yung shape ng body pa ganyan. So, and then the hips, malapit na sa bottoms. So, and then at the back, we have the buttocks or the bottoms. So, iba-ibang ano niya. So, that is all about our torso or the trunk. So, now it's your turn. Which is your shoulder? Alin bang shoulder? Okay, this one. Next one, which one is the chest? Where do you place your hand in singing the Lupang Hinirang? Okay, this is the chest. Next one, the abdomen. Sorry, the abdomen. Okay, this one just below the chest. Kung saan pag nabubusog, sabi, ay, salamat, busog na busog. So, yan. Next one is the waist. So, this one is the waist. Ayan, yung may pa-curve. Ay, sorry, na masyadong mataas yung arrow ko. So, this one is the waist. And then, the hip. Ito, sa bandang baba lang, is the hip. So, that is all about your torso. Lastly, at the back is your buttocks. O tinatawag ng puwet, o in Bicol, lubot. Okay, so next one. So, ito naman yung mga parang nating this is the extension, parang extension natin ng ating body part. So, this is also the important part of our body. The third main body part, it's what we call the limbs. So, which one are the limbs? So, the first one, ito from your after the shoulder, so down to your fingers is what we call the upper limbs. So, which are the body parts that are included in the upper limbs? So, starting with the hand, okay. Next one, so each hand has 5 fingers, so we call it as fingers. Next one, forearm, so yung nasa bandang unahan, forearm. Next one, para maka-bend yan ang arms natin, elbow. And then next one, yung kung nasan yung muscles, so sinatawag natin upper arm. So for upper limbs, we have upper arm, elbow, forearm, hand, and fingers. And then, if we have upper limbs, we now have the lower limbs. So, which body parts are in our lower limbs? So, starting with thigh. So, yan, yung tinatawag. Minsan pag nanggigigil sa baby, ay, ang pata. So, yan ang thigh. Okay, next one. For if we have our elbow on our arms, sa legs naman, on our lower limbs, we have our knee so that we can bend. Next one is the lower leg. And then, yung parang may mount, may mount dyan sa malapit sa paa. It's what we call the ankle. And then the last one is our foot. But if we refer to both, we call it as feet. Okay, so that is all about the lower limbs. Okay, so now we go back to the module. Okay, and remember this. So this is just parang repetition na of what I have shown to you. Pero okay na din to. Okay, wait lang. Okay, so under page 3, so parts of the body, this one were mentioned a while ago. So your body has 3 main parts. These are the head, the trunk, and the limbs. So ito ang head. So the main body parts are the head, trunk, and limb. Okay, starting with head, your head has many parts. It is located at the top part of your body. The front part of your head is called the face, kung saan yung nakikita kaagad. Okay, the face is made up of the forehead. So these were mentioned. Cheeks, alin ba cheeks? Yan, ito kung saan naglalagay ng makeup ang girls, and the chin. Okay, your hair, ears, eyes, nose, and mouth are parts of your head. The tongue, lips, and teeth are the parts of your mouth. Your neck holds your head. Tama. It connects the head to the trunk. So, tama. Without the head, ano itsura natin? So, it enables the head to move upward and downward. So, para tayo turn our head to the right, to the left, upward, or downward. But not sa likod. No. Okay. Trunk naman, your trunk is also called the torso. So, your head and limbs are connected to the trunk. Your trunk is supported by many bones. Or the bones in the trunk protect your internal organs. That's why we have the ribs. Without the ribs, yung mararamdaman yung mga bones sa may just above your stomach. So, dyan ang ribs. So, because of the ribs, it protects the organs like your heart, your lungs, and many more. So, the heart and lungs, it was mentioned, are inside the chest. So, stomach is found inside your abdomen. So, sa loob naman, yung stomach kasi is the inner part. So, napoprotect yan ng abdomen. Nasa loob. So, your trunk is made up of the chest and the abdomen. The waist and hips are also parts of your trunk. So, yung buttocks, hindi siya naisama. Pero, still, it is included under trunk. And then the last one, the third one, your limbs are made up of 2 parts, the upper limbs and the lower limbs. The upper limbs are composed of the shoulders. So, dito, ang shoulders kasama doon sa limbs. Pero when I discuss yung shoulder under trunk. So, pwede na rin yun. So, either way. So, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, and hands. The hands consist of the palm, ito, and fingers. So, the lower limbs are composed of the thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles, and feet. So, the same with what I have shown to you. And then, because we continue to grow, so your body changes as you grow. So what are these changes that your body undergo as you grow? So there are changes that take place in your body as you grow older. So your height changes. So dati mababa ka, ngayon you are taller. Next, you grow taller. Your weight changes too. So dati siguro when you were born, parang ano lang kayo, about 3 kilograms. So But then, you are more than that. So, you're able to do more. You grow bigger and heavier. Kaya minsan hindi na nakakarga ng mommy, hindi na kaya kasi you are now bigger. You are able to do more things with your body like walk, run, and dance. So, if you notice from the picture, so meron dyan. So, starting when you were small, syempre you can still, you can't walk yet. So, you crawl. So, hindi pa natututong maglakad. And then, when you grow older, so mas magaling ka na maglakad. And then, you can even hop, you can even jump, and you can even dance. Yan. So, as you grow older, you may no longer be able to use the things that you used when you were younger. Bakit? Bakit hindi ka na makakasuot ng baby clothes? Because you are now bigger. Bakit yung suot mo noon na shoes when you were a baby, you don't use them anymore? Because they are smaller and then does not fit your they do not fit your feet anymore. So kasi maliliit pa lang yon, and now you have bigger feet. So you grew bigger and taller, so you may not able to wear your old clothes and shoes anymore. So what are the changes in the things that you can do? Because the body parts changes as you grow. So what are the things that you do that changes, the things that you do change also. So there are also changes in the things that you can do now compared to when you were a baby. So you can read and write, tama ba? Yes. You can recite poems and sing songs. You can talk and say what you want instead of crying. So ang baby noon, ang baby kapag gutom, they just cry. Pag basa ng diaper, they cry. Pag may masakit, they cry. But now that you are older, pag gutom ka ba, do you still cry? No, because you can talk now. You can speak. You can tell how you feel, and you can tell what you need. So, unlike the baby, umiiyak. Pero, kung umiiyak pa rin, ngayon, ay, pag-isipan nyo na, you better practice talking. Hindi yung, kapag hindi nabili yung toy, iiyak ba? So, no. So, kasi you are now older. So, you can make friends and share things with them. You are now independent. So, kayang-kaya na. You can do things on your own without others helping you. So, kaya na magsuot ng damit. Kaya na, for grade 1, kaya na magsuot ng damit. Kaya na maligo ng pwede na rin maligo ng mag-isa. Pwede na rin makapag-ayos ng toys after playing. So, dati, when you were a baby, mommy. Kaya napapagod doon si mommy. Pero ngayon, if you can do more things now, you are now independent. So, mas okay yan kay mommy. So, you can do things on your own without others helping you. These are just some of the things that you can do now that you cannot do when you were younger. So, may pagbabago talaga. So, among the children, bakit hindi pare-pare ang height? Even your friend is also 6 years old, bakit ikaw mas matangkad? Pero yung friend mo mukhang mas mataba, pero ikaw mapapayat. So, we now go to similarities and differences in children. So, when we say similarities, what are the things that are same? Ano po? From the word, which are the same, and then differences which are different. Okay. So, children of your age are not the same in many ways. So, kahit maraming 6 years old, iba-iba pa rin. So, some children are small, others are big. They are different in size. So, there are children who are tall while others are short. They are different in height. So, hindi pwedeng pantay-pantay yan because meron pang factors that we consider bakit naiiba. Okay, some children are heavy while others are short. They are different in weight. So, ang iba, 20 kilograms. Ang iba naman, umaabot no. May pupil ako noon, umabot ng 40 kilograms. Pero may mga maliliit na estudyante ako noon which weigh about 18 kilograms. So, meron din yon. So, children have different traits because of different reasons. It can be because of the food they eat. So, some picky eaters, hindi sila gaanong tumataba. And then some children who eat the right kind of food in the right amount in size grow in size, height, and weight faster than other children. So kapag nutritious food and the right kinds of food, nakakatulong yan para you would grow properly and then according just right para sa age nyo. So other children are different in size, height, and weight because they got this from how their parents look. So for those whose parents are tall, so more likely you will grow also tall. So yan yung mga tinatawag na namamanang mga traits. Okay, so the lower limbs are composed of the thighs. So we will, this is just mga typo error, so we are not going to include this anymore. Okay, so now that we know the parts of our body and then the differences and similarities as we grow, and also the differences and the similarities with other children, let's now answer this part, application. So part A, directions, label each body part, write your answer before the numbers. So we have here 12 items. So for every number, there's a corresponding blank where you have to put your answer. So that it would be easy for you. So the body parts are listed already. You just have to choose from the words below. So we have eye, ear, nose, mouth, chest, abdomen, arm, hand, fingers, waist, leg, and foot. Okay, so there are 12 body parts. So you just fill in the proper blank. Pause this video to finish part A, and then you just resume if you are done. For part B, observe the changes in growing children. Box the correct answer. So we have here illustrations for you to refer in order to answer the items on the right side. So number 1, so a 6-month-old baby can talk or eat. So look at the picture. This is a 6-month-old baby. So can she talk or eat? So box the correct answer. Number 2, a 1-year-old baby can swim, walk. A 1-year-old baby can swim, walk. So look at the 1-year-old baby. Next, number 3, a 4-year-old child likes to work or play. A 4-year-old child likes to work or play. Next, number 4, a 6-year-old child is big enough to go to school or work. A 6-year-old child is big enough to go to school or work. Next, children change as they walk or grow. Children change as they walk or grow. Pause this video to finish these items. And then if you're done, let's proceed with page 6, reflection. This is the last part. So I need you to ask from your parents on how to write the spelling so that you can express properly what you want to put on this blank. Okay, so under reflection, this is not about the topic anymore. So this is more about what you learn. So aside from we were able to identify body parts, what is the essence, or how important is it to you? So I learned that blank. So if the first blank is enough, then you don't need to fill in the second blank. So different answers but no wrong answer. And then as I grow, I would observe changes in my body, like so ano yung nakita mo mga pagbabago. So you can enumerate, you can mention 3. And then that's it, we're done. The next parts from your smile packet is for your parents na lang po. So that's it, we're done with science. So I hope After this smile packet, after answering this, you won't forget what are those body parts, and then we are going to use them for the next topics. So goodbye and enjoy answering.